Hello, good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss one of the topic that is phyllotaxy. When we hear this particular word phyllotaxy, one of the question get arise that is what is phyllotaxy. So phyllotaxy क्या है? What is phyllotaxy? Phyllotaxy is nothing but the arrangement of leaves over the stem. So this word itself says its meaning. Phyllo means leaves and taxi means arrangement. So how leaves are arranged over the branches or over the stem, that is called as phyllotaxy. In phyllotaxy, this particular word is again get known as another word that is called as the phyllotaxis. Why such kind of the arrangement over the branches or over the stem was there? The very simple answer is that to prevent the overcrowding at the tip of the branches or at the tip of the stem, for that purpose such kind of the leaves arrangement was there. Second thing is that to get better position for to receive more sunlight, for to carry out the photosynthesis, the leaves are arranged in a different manner in particular species or in a different species of the plant. So on the basis of the mode of the arrangement of leaves, phyllotaxy it going to possesses three different types. The first one is nothing but the alternate kind of the phyllotaxy. Second type is nothing but the opposite kind of the phyllotaxy, and third one is nothing but the whole phyllotaxy. So you can see in this particular diagram, so first diagram showing the opposite phyllotaxy, second diagram showing the alternate phyllotaxy, and the third diagram showing the whole phyllotaxy. In this particular diagram you find a difference. So in case of the opposite phyllotaxy, you can see that over each node there is a presence of two leaves. In case of the alternate phyllotaxy, you find that over each node there is a presence of single leaves. And in case of the whole phyllotaxy, you find here that on each node there is a presence of more than two leaves. It may be a 3 or it may be a 4 or it may be a 5 or it may be a 6. So in this way, on the basis how that particular leaves are present over the stem or over the branches, this is going to be called as there are the three different kinds: the alternate, opposite and whole phyllotaxy. So when we can see alternate phyllotaxy in detail, so wherever you going to observe that only single leaf was present over each node, then it is going to be called as alternate phyllotaxy. The best example of alternate phyllotaxy is nothing but a brassica compresstis, that is going to be called as a mustard and tobacco plant was there. And this alternate phyllotaxy is going to possesses four different kinds. The first one is nothing but the disticus or half or two ranked type of the phyllotaxy, and in this particular disticus, third leaf come over the first one, and the best example for this purpose is nothing but the grasses. Second type of the alternate phyllotaxy was that tristicus or 1 by 3rd or third rank type of the phyllotaxy. In this case, fourth leaves come over the first one, and the best example is cyperus. Third kind is nothing but the pentasticus, or you can say that 2 by 5th or 5 ranked. Sixth leaves come over the first one after completing the true revolution of the spiral. दो रिवॉल्यूशन होने के बाद में जो सिक्स्थ लीफ है वो पहले लीफ के ठीक नीचे आता है, that is going to be called as pentathecus, and such kind of the arrangement was found in apple. The last type of the alternate phyllotaxy is nothing but the astothecus or 3 by 8 or 8 ranked. Ninth leaves come over the first one after the completed 3 revolution of the spiral, and the best example is nothing but the Carica papaya. So in this way here you can find that in case of the alternate phyllotaxy there are 4 different types. The first one is nothing but the disticus, are you going to say that the second rank? Trithecus, are you going to say that the third rank? The pentathecus, that is the fifth rank, and octathecus, that is the 8th rank. In this way this particular alternate phyllotaxy was there. Second type is nothing but the opposite phyllotaxy. In case of the opposite phyllotaxy, I already told you that two leaves are present on each node, and these two leaves are present just opposite to each other, therefore it is going to be called as opposite phyllotaxy. And the best example is nothing but the calotropis. In this particular opposite phyllotaxy there are two kinds. First one is nothing but the opposite and decussate. Are you going to say that the decussate phyllotaxy? Two successive pairs of leaves occur at right angle to each other, that is going to be called as decussate phyllotaxy. and best example is nothing but the Pisidium or in case of the Calotropis. So there is a presence of decussate phyllotaxy. Second type is nothing but the opposite and superposed. Are you going to say superposed opposite phyllotaxy? All pairs of leaves are occur in the same plane, then it is going to be called as opposite superposed. And the best example, as in the case of the Combretum plant, we are going to find such a kind of that particular arrangement. So here you see that this plate showing alternate phyllotaxy, the first row showing the alternate phyllotaxy. In this first row you can find that Dithecus, Triticus, then Triticus and Pentatecus arrangement of the leaves was there, and in the second row opposite decussate phyllotaxy, that is present in Calotropis procera, then opposite superposed phyllotaxy was there, and the third one is nothing but the whorled phyllotaxy. In case of the whorled phyllotaxy, you find that more than 2 leaves are present over each node. It may, that number may going to be increased, it may be a 4, it may be a 3, it may be a 6, it may be a 8. So whatever it may be, the more than 2 leaves are present on each node, then that kind of phyllotaxy is going to be called a whorled phyllotaxy. And the best example, as in the case this is going to be found, is that Hydrilla, Nerium and Alstonia are these plants where whorled phyllotaxy was found. So thank you very much. So what we learned today? Today we learn that what is phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy is nothing but the arrangement of leaves over the stem or over the branches of the stem. It is also going to be called as phyllotaxis. And why such a kind of the arrangement was there? To check or to prevent the overcrowding, and also to receive the more sunlight in such a way that they are going to carry out the more photosynthesis. So for that purpose, and there are 3 different kinds: alternate, opposite and whorled phyllotaxy. Alternate phyllotaxy going to possesses 4 different kinds: the second rank, third rank, fifth rank and 8th rank type of the phyllotaxy. And the second one is nothing but the opposite phyllotaxy. Here 2 leaves are present on each node, and there are 2 kinds: decussate and superposed phyllotaxy. And the last one is nothing but the whorled phyllotaxy. Here more than 2 leaves are present on each node. So I think you can understand. So thank you very much.